What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? My name is Jacemachine. I am fueled by coffee and driven by insanity. Hey guys, how you doing today? We are back to just about finishing up the build of the VCX-100, the Ghost. We get through most of the exterior. You'll still have to put systems in, but for the most part, this build will be wrapped up with this episode. There might be one more. If I do one more, it's probably going to actually be normal speed, and I'll talk about what I'm doing as I'm putting in systems. That way you guys can keep a look on and make sure, keep a lookout for me and make sure I'm doing it right. I know you guys let me know in the comments when I screw up. I appreciate those comments, though. Without knowing that you're doing something wrong, you can never improve. So there you go. I hope you guys are doing good today. Like I said, I've been pretty busy with work, and then the days that I have off from work in between shifts, I've just been really just trying to just relax, and usually I need a couple of days off in a row before I can really make some decent and original content. So again, I apologize if this is not your thing. But, it's temporary, and we'll get some more, some other stuff coming up. Speaking of other stuff, if you're looking for some other Let's Play style stuff, I was telling you yesterday about Nathan's channel. Nathan has Nathan Sandbox. Nathan is he's the server host, actually, or he's the sponsor for the Star Squadron server. And he and I have been friends for a long time, and we started playing Empyrean together. And he has the first episode of our collaborative Let's Play up on his channel. It's really good. I think he did a great job of getting the chaos that was our gameplay together and edited well. I think it's pretty funny. It's some good stuff, so you don't want to miss it out. I'll leave a link right in the top of the description for you guys, and be sure to click on that when you're done over here. Ships that I intend on building next that are going to be, I think that I'm going to be sticking with the Star Wars theme for a while, personally. I've been drawing out a lot of plans, like deck plans and schematics. As I've said before, I do all that stuff on paper first. And I'm going to take a shot at the Imperial shuttles, the Lambda, Zeta, and Sentinel classes. Those all three are so classic looking and so cool, and I've been watching Rebels, and just but I recently watched Rogue One. So you get to see these awesome shuttles, and just the way that their wings fold out and all that stuff. It screams for me to take a shot at it. And I know some other folks have done it already, actually. I've been looking at a lot of different builds, trying to see if there's anything that I don't need to do myself. Again, when you're doing a replica build, in my case at least, I tend to get pretty particular about how something's done. And sometimes there's nothing else that you can do. Like, AlterIntel is a viewer of mine. He's got a channel that you should check out, and he does some really incredible stuff over on his channel. But his basically, he's got a 1-to-1 scale model of a Firefly, and it's beautiful. Like, the most current version that he has uploaded to the StarMade doc, there's like nothing that I could do to improve upon it. It's pretty solid. So I'm pretty picky about the builds that I like to use. And if I'm going to be putting together this not random, but if I'm going to be starting to put together these NPC factions, I want to make sure that each ship is up to my exacting standards, I guess. I just drew up sketches for a new Millennium Falcon build. I know I started one again a couple of months ago, and then I dropped it. I've got new schematics drawn, and I also got a new schematic drawn for the Outrider. So that's going to be interesting, because I've worked with both of these before. Again, they were in earlier versions of the game, and you didn't have all of the access with slabs and things, and that really helps. The slabs really help when you're doing scale-sized replica builds, basically. And so, I've been looking at all these ships on the StarMade dock and downloading them and checking them out, and I've been thinking, would you guys be interested in a few ship reviews from me? They'd probably just be like replica ships in general, but right now I guess they'd just be the Star Wars ships that I'd be taking a look at. And then, you know, if you guys are keen, if it works out, you know, we'll keep doing it. But those would be fun to do, and I'd get a chance to look at some builds of some other designers, which again is the only way you're going to learn to get better yourself, is if you look at other people's work. So if there's stuff that we can see, different ways of doing it, and especially when you're working with the Star Wars art style, so to speak, you know, I'd be really interested in just sort of taking note at how other people have solved certain artistic problems. So yeah, let me know, and if that is something you'd like to see, hopefully this coming week we can take a look at some different Star Destroyer classes, because there's a lot of Star Destroyers out there, and we'll take a look at some of the best, some of the worst, and I don't know, we're just going to download a bunch and take a look and see what we like about each of them. What else to say? Well, not a whole lot else to say. This project's it took me a good couple hours to work on the Ghost here, a good few hours really, and you know, sped up, it cuts it down pretty good. But like I said, this is probably going to wrap it up. We have pretty much finished the exterior. There's a couple of tidbits that I need to fix, and that always seems like the case when I'm working on the exterior of a ship anyway. Or interiors, you know how that goes. You miss a spot or forget a slab, or you miss a piece and you left the wrong part in there or something like that. The thing that I know that I definitely have to revisit on this particular model is I got to stick a forward-facing camera in place. I also need to make sure that the shuttle bay is a little bit bigger, and maybe try to figure out how I can work that into the overall design, because in the cartoon, in the show, they are able to climb up a ladder and up into the Ghost. Not the Ghost, into the Phantom. From inside the Ghost, they can climb up a ladder into the bottom of the Phantom. And the location of the Phantom, where it would dock on this ship, is not really where it needs to be. And that kind of bothers me. I mean, I have a workaround. We have like this little airlock sort of place installed, but you know, when you're going for replica builds, you really want to try to get it as close to what you're going for. I mean, I make artistic choices all the time with my builds, and sometimes that's fine, but you know, it's just not always the right decision. So there's that for you. Working on the thrusters and stuff back here, you can tell that I'm knocking out a lot of pieces of hull and replacing them. Again, it just goes back to sort of clean up while you work. As an artist, right, I'll draw something down, I'll sketch it out in pencil, and then when I kind of know what I'm doing, I tighten it up with darker pencil lines. And sometimes that requires me to completely erase something, or to erase something to the degree where I can just quickly redraw over it what I really want to do, and that comes back to how I do things in StarMade. You know, you build things out, oftentimes in gray hull of some sort. I used to just use hull itself, but hull gets blown up so easily, I just use standard as my go-to block. And I was revisiting an old ship from 2 years ago, actually. It was an old police cruiser type spaceship. And it was a cool little ship for its time, but I mean, it was built back when the old Beetle Bear like texture pack was in place. So I mean, it is super old. I had to gut that entire thing out. I had to replace all the bits of hull, because it wasn't even hull anymore. It was heavy armor. So for a ship that size, being loaded down with heavy armor, it just wasn't working out. So you'll probably end up seeing that ship. Actually, I redid it. It looks really slick. Zaktar said that it looked like something out of RoboCop. I actually gave it to him. He's planning on doing some sort of police-inspired show, basically, on the Star Squadron server. So, if you guys don't know who Zaktar is, he specializes in decorating sort of evil stuff in general. He plays a few games on his channel, but lately he's been doing videos about StarMade and a little bit of Kerbal around Christmas time. So, but yeah, check out Zaktar again. His link should be in the description below. And let me see, is there anything else that I really need to address? Yes, there is one major thing. If you stuck through this video so far, then this is the perfect type of information for you. You might not know about it, but for the last couple of months, I have been including very detailed descriptions under every video. And within the top portion of these descriptions, I've included a mystery video of the day link. So every time I've released a video, you've gotten a link that goes somewhere on YouTube to a video. And it's nothing that's going to horrify you, I don't think. It's just odd stuff, I guess. Weird, kind of cool stuff, in my opinion. So go check those out. Be sure to check out the mystery link in the description of this video as well. And a lot of times I'll have a chance, I'll put a link to the video, like a video that came out a week the same week last year. So that is something also that is included in a lot of videos. So just check it out. I don't know, some of you guys will never ever look at a description, and that's cool, that's fine. This is for those of you who are interested in seeing just some of the more random stuff that I like to watch on YouTube, or stuff that I think is noteworthy. I'll include that stuff down there. And of course, links to all my social media and all that stuff is also available. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we just have a couple minutes left, so I am going to bring this build episode to a close. I hope you enjoyed watching me build the Ghost. If you would like to see one more episode, of me just going in and putting the systems in, and maybe revisiting the front hatch door, because that's something I'm not necessarily sure I'm happy with. But, if you'd like to see me finish this off or whatever, let me know in the comments section below, obviously. And if you guys are new around here, be rest assured I don't typically release build videos all the time. There's something that I put out maybe a couple times a month or so. So if you're interested in seeing more Let's Play style stuff, be sure to check out the Star Squadron season playlist for year 3. We also have a few years. We've been doing this for 3 years now. So check out my other playlists as well. You might find something that you very much like. Be sure you're subscribed for new content. And ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. And I hope to see you here